arise from somewhere else and they come and get inserted into the tongue. These are called as extrinsic group of muscles. Now some of them, they arise here only and they get inserted here only. These are called intrinsic group. For example, now I will write. So now this is the tongue. So this is the tip, this is the broad base. So this tongue has got a median fibrous septum. Median fibrous septum. So this median fibrous septum, it gives attachment to the intrinsic muscles of the tongue. So they arise here and they get inserted here. So now to name these the intrinsic muscles of the tongue which are arising here and getting inserted here, first comes the superior longitudinal muscle of the tongue. So this is running all along the length of the muscle along the upper aspect that I will show you again. See, this is the outline of the tongue in the lateral view means. So here you have the superior longitudinal muscle of the tongue. So it is taking origin from the median septum posteriorly and it is getting inserted to the lateral margins of the tongue on either side. So this is your superior longitudinal muscle. Next muscle, so which is coming here along the inferior aspect, that is nothing but here inferior longitudinal muscle that I am writing in different color. This inferior longitudinal muscle, so this arises from the lateral margins. So here it arises from the lateral margins and it goes and gets inserted to the median septum like this. That is at a lower level here. That is at a lower level. So these are running along all along the length of the tongue. So that's why you call them as superior longitudinal muscle and inferior longitudinal muscle. Then there is one more muscle which is running so vertically. So this muscle, it takes origin from the lateral margins of the tongue. Takes origin from the lateral margins of the tongue. So that is just below the papillae where you can see the lamina propria. From there it will arise and it will come and get attached along the lateral margin in the lower aspect. So it comes from the lamina propria and gets attached to the lateral borders of the tongue. These are called verticalis linguae. There is another group of muscle. So verticalis linguae cannot be shown in this section. There is another group of muscle so that we have already shown in the form of cut section in the histology of tongue. This was called transversalis linguae. This takes origin from the median septum and it goes to the lateral margin. So this is superior longitudinal muscle. Then coming from the lateral margin to the median septum, inferior longitudinal muscle. Horizontally running muscle fibers are transversalis linguae. So running along the full length of the tongue. So sorry.